Hello, welcome back to Pandado's Face.
Hi!
She'll just steal the spotlight. Anyways, we're here today to take a look at and talk about the new Trinity Glass Hardware Interceptor 2700. Yeah, we both got one.
Yes, I finally got my own. Thank you, Eva.
So we were lucky enough to be able to buy a couple of these mods. This is the new Trinity Glass Hardware mechanical mod. It's the US, like I said, the US Interceptor 2700. It is their new 2700 battery version of the US. So this is the US one. This is their original mechanical mod.
And this is just the Interceptor.
This just takes the 2700 battery.
And it also comes with like this cool. I've never seen one like this.
This is the best.
Like,
whoa. I'm such butterfingers. So yeah, so it does take 2700 batteries. That's what it's built for. But obviously,
if
like,
you don't want to, if you don't have 2700s, or
you can use this 18650 sleeve.
And it has such a like.
It has like a pound of copper on the top.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
It's like a penny, and we'll show you in the up close section in a minute. I'll show you all this stuff.
It's so nice.
But honestly, it does look like a penny's worth of copper.
Yeah.
On top of this little sleeve, it's the nicest sleeve for an 18650 battery that we've ever seen, and it works phenomenal.
And it's so thick. This thing is not breaking at all.
So yes, so we were really big fans of the original US 1 18650 mod. It's the hardest, up until we got these ones at least, it was the hardest hitting mod that we have in the house. And still, there's
I
still
think that's the hardest hitting
mod. It's a damn hard hitting mod, and it's very, very well made.
Yeah.
And we loved it. And so when they released the new mods, we've been kind of biding our time to where we could get these, and so
yeah, I kept creeping in, asking.
So we finally had the chance to buy them, and we've kind of used them for about a week.
Yeah, week and a half.
Yeah, we've had them for a little while. We wanted to use them before we came and did a video, but we've used them. We've kind of formed our opinions of them, and today we finally figured out that you could change the spring in them.
Yeah, because we had a con.
Yeah, we did have a con
because we liked the button, the button flow on this mod because it's so easy. I loved using this, and we thought that this mod had like an original,
like a regular, more generic kind of button throw on it.
We figured there was another spring, and we're like, he's like, let me try that out, and it changed the whole game.
I thought before we go on camera and make fools of ourselves and complain about this button, let's try to change the spring and see if it makes a difference. And sure enough, as soon as we change the spring, it gives it exactly the same throw as this mod. Yeah. And the more I thought about it, this mod originally did come with a different spring as well, and we changed it. And that's why it has such a good throw. So when you buy these Trinity mods,
they give you like the normal original kind of spring that you would have with any of your tube mods.
Yep.
And then they give you this magical spring.
So there's two for all of them, for the original and the new one. When you buy them, like she said, you're gonna get installed. You're gonna get a spring that's gonna have more travel in the switch.
Some people don't like easy hitting buttons because they think it's going to auto fire on them.
Or you might put it in your pocket and it might fire or something like that.
Carry it, and I can't see putting this in my pocket.
It's so beautiful. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, like why would you put a tube? I don't put any of my mods in my pocket unless it's regulated, or if it's a pod system.
And you can turn it off.
Yeah, because even my Panda, I can't put that in my pocket because it has no lock or anything like that, and I know it would go off. I'll be scared.
So yeah, so we did have a con. We don't anymore because this now has a really short travel. So the two springs are going to be, one is going to be more long travel, more you're going to have to really push the button in pretty hard to get it, to actually get it to fire. The second spring that comes in the box is a much shorter throw, and you can kind of almost just touch it and get it to fire. So we prefer the shorter throw because we just want to be able to kind of just tap it and get it to come to life.
And some people, I've seen some other reviews, and they were complaining that because you can't tarnish this because they put a special seal on it. I think that's fantastic because we've looked at, he actually brought out the Dreamer, and it looks so disgusting. It looks so
And
dirty.
I've been manhandling this one and really rubbing my fingers on it and trying to see, because I didn't know for sure if that was the case, if it really was have some kind of coating on it or something. So I was thinking, like, let me see if I can get this a little dirty before we start the review. It looks exactly the same.
It's the same stuff they use on the RDAs, I'm pretty sure, because they don't tarnish either.
So it looks exactly the same as the day I bought it, and I actually really love that. I don't know if that has some kind of effect on the voltage on this mod. To me, so far, it's hitting very, very well. I'm having no complaints as far as battery voltage drop.
I know some people like having a mod where they can get it, like, change colors, what is that called?
Oh, God.
Well, tarnish a little bit, so it has that look. Some of them turn really pretty when you get it done. I don't like that look. I don't like the smell that happens when that happens. It gets dirty. It gets that, like, penny smell, and I cannot stand that. So I am really happy that this does not have a bad smell. It's really easy to handle, feels good in the hand, and it's just beautiful.
And once a mod gets that that tarnish on it, even when you
Never
polish
the
it up,
same.
once you polish it up and everything, it just gets it back on it so fast that I really do. Even if there was a noticeable voltage drop from having a coating on the mod, which I don't think there is, but even if there was, I would still prefer this just because for maintenance reasons. I so much prefer the clean look of nice clean copper than something that's just got all those finger oils kind of just dug into the metal.
Yeah, and it's never the same after.
It's never the same.
You can clean it, it looks nice for a few days, and then it's dirty again. I love this thing.
I mean, I clean the threads of my mods, and that's of all the other copper mods we have, which we have a considerable amount. I kind of clean the threads at this point, and I don't even really bother cleaning the tubes themselves on the outside because it's just it's diminishing returns.
And on this mod, the marking, like the writing, is way deeper. I like that.
Oh yeah, it is.
I like the deep writing.
Yeah. Then this
It stands out more, and I like that.
I
love the original.
The original mod that we have is in black. It is copper.
I kind of wish I got this in black now because I love the look of this mod. I wish I could get like a couple more of these.
So we're huge fans of Trinity. We always have been.
I'm like a big cheerleader of Trinity.
We have, I think we each have like 3 RDAs of the US 1v2s.
Yeah, I think I have 3.
And I have a blue one, a purple one, and a copper one, and you have a red one.
I think I only have 2.
Now you have a red one, a silver one, and a black one.
Oh, because you gave me yours. Because usually we trade off because he likes these types of tops, and I like this top. But I didn't trade off this one because I wanted to keep it.
So yeah, so when you buy, this doesn't really have anything to do with the mod, but when you buy an RDA from Trinity, it comes with 2 top caps.
Which is awesome.
It is so awesome. It comes with one that is full metal.
Two RDAs in one.
Basically, yeah. I mean, you get one deck, but it has 2 different
Different
top
airflows, different just different styles.
So you can see the 2 different styles here, and we'll show them up close as well. This really isn't about the RDA,
I know.
but it's about the mod. But anyway, so when you do buy one of the RDAs,
you're definitely gonna want one of their RDAs with this because it just makes the mod just finished off because it looks so pretty with it.
It looks so perfect.
Even
together,
if you have one of their glass caps, they have that on their site, and I can't wait to. I haven't did it yet, but put one of my glass caps on here, it's going to be so gorgeous.
And actually, you know, with the mod, when you use their glass caps, it actually comes all the way out to the edge here.
Yeah.
This mod is
like
actually, it's a mod actually, I think it's kind of built from the ground up to be using their glass caps. Because when you use their actual metal caps, there is a little bit of a lip.
Yeah.
And that is my one complaint, is that when you're using, because this is a seamless mod.
But I think they did that because of the glass.
The glass is always a little bit thicker, and so it always kind of sticks out from regular mods. On this one, it does complete the seam. But the thing I love about this mod, and you'll see it in the up close section, is that it's seamless. So it comes apart in the middle here. And this is something we can talk about with Pandas. We actually have a little bit of an issue with hers.
Yeah.
So it comes apart in the middle. You might not be able to see it, but you'll see it in the close section. But when you tighten it,
It's seamless.
the seam disappears. And I mean, even up close, I can barely see the line.
And for some reason, I finally get my own Trinity mod, and for some reason, I got like a
so there's part of her mod.
line.
You can actually see the line where
it's lifted. It's like the metal got maybe shaved too much in one spot.
it's very slight, but it's definitely there, and it's in one spot more
Yeah.
than any of the other spots. But it's very noticeable on a mod that's supposed to be seamless. When you see the seam,
It kind of messes you up.
it definitely ruins the
I
eyeline
didn't
of
notice
it.
it until today, and
Yeah.
I wish I never did.
We really started taking a close look at them today to start this review,
Yeah.
and it's very noticeable, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's really not the
It's not-
norm
it's not-
for them.
No, I think I just got, a defected one. I don't know. I for wanting one so bad, and then finally I get it, and it happens.
I think I'll
it's
probably
crappy,
trade
but-
her my mod for hers because I want her to have the one
but
that she wants.
yeah, I doubt there's like more that are.
If
like
you have an
this.
Interceptor 2700, let us know. Is it seamless? Do you have issues with it? From what I've seen online, I've never seen. The
I've
issue
never
that
heard
Panda has.
anyone have that. I think I just got like one of the ones that just.
I will say this
Messed
though,
up, I don't
when we
know.
first got them, Panda and I both took ours apart, and we're taking a look at them, and hers was perfectly clean, spotless. Mine actually had a little bit of residue of machine oil, like a stain even, on the top section here of the mod, and on the threads there was a little bit of gunk. And so again, I don't think that's really
a
not
regular
normal for Trinity. And so I think we just kind of got a little bit unlucky on the draw here with hers having the little chip on the seam and mine being a little bit dirty. Obviously, with a little bit of machine oil, that's easily fixed. You just clean it up. But with the seam issue, that's a little bit more of a serious issue. But
Yeah.
it's not going to keep us from enjoying the mods. And like I
No,
said,
and it doesn't change my opinion on Trinity. That's not like. I doubt there's like way more that are like this. I think it's just a funk that just happened, and I got sent the funk. I still love Trinity's products.
these products
They're
are not,
usually always amazing.
and they're not made in giant quantities. So this is still, I wouldn't necessarily call it like a mom and pop business, but it kind of is a mom and pop business. And so they're not made in like hundreds of thousands, right? And so they're still made, they're still kind of handmade.
Yeah.
And so they're not 100% going to be perfect every time.
Yeah, not one is going to be like. Sometimes it's going to be something.
You
that
will have a
happens.
defect occasionally, and I think that we just happened to get one that had that problem.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, it hasn't affected the performance of this mod in any way.
No, I didn't even notice it until today. Until we started like changing the button, the spring and
springs,
stuff.
yeah.
And then when I shut it, I was looking at it. I was like, oh.
Because
God.
I mentioned, I'm like, I just love how it's seamless. And
And
she
then I
looked and
looked.
she's like, it's not seamless.
I'm like, wait, mine's isn't.
And it's really only in one spot, so.
Yeah.
I don't want to harp on it too much, but I
But
mean, it is something
yeah,
like this.
all their products are amazing. I've never had a problem with their caps. I love their caps. I love everything. I think you do magic with them caps. I don't understand how they do it, but
Their glass caps are so well made because it's something about them. I mean, they're all the same. Like for
But-
all
And you
RDAs.
can make the crappiest RDA taste like a brand like a amazing flavor. I don't know what.
If you have an RDA that you are not impressed with, get a Trinity glass cap for it, and you're gonna love it.
Most
I guarantee
definitely.
it. I guarantee it. Yeah, there's been several times that we've had Trinity glass caps where it's changed the whole experience. The Aeolus Light, we had glass caps for those.
Even
we
if I
loved
like
them.
the flavor of the RDA, I'm all about the glass caps. I love their glass caps. So even if the RDA is already a fantastic flavoring RDA, I will replace that cap for the glass cap.
The Dead Rabbit
any day.
with a Trinity glass cap on it, that's an amazing RDA.
Yeah.
Trinity does make one for the Dead Rabbit, and it's amazing. I actually even prefer that to the challenge caps they have.
I wish they would make it for the Drop RDA eventually, because I mean the Drop has amazing flavor, but I would love a glass cap for that RDA.
And Trinity glass caps, like when you use them, like the airflow is super low.
And it doesn't.
It doesn't leak.
It does not leak.
It's insanity.
It's somehow how it's cut. I have never been able to get it to leak. Even with swamping with it, I never got it to leak.
It's something about the surface tension of those holes, like the airflow holes. It just keeps the liquid in. So
Yeah, it's
good
like
on
how
for
they're
that.
like shaved. I don't know. It's crazy, but all their products are so good, and I got so excited that I was finally able to get one of their mods. I was like, yay!
Yeah, I think that if you're gonna buy one of their mods, I think just for versatility's sakes, get the Interceptor 2700. It's about the same price as the original, and you're gonna be able to use all your batteries in here. The 2700s, the
Yeah.
18650s.
You have more options with
Absolutely.
batteries,
Absolutely.
and that's a plus.
Definitely. And
If
I
you
just
can
think
afford both, get both.
no, I think absolutely. I think if you have a chance to get the 18650 version, the US one,
It's definitely
it's
worth
worth
it.
getting, and I have
It's definitely
no
worth having in your collection.
definitely. This one has gotten beat up a little bit because anytime I use something,
That's
it
the
gets swept
best
up a
mod
little.
I've ever used. It's the first one. I love this one, but for me, I don't know. It's just I have problems like hitting the buttons and stuff like that, and this is just so easy and it hits so hard, so hard, and it's something about it. I love the first one, but the second one is still fantastic. I think also because it's short and I'm small, so I have like a close bond with it.
the new one definitely is longer,
Yeah, it's longer because it
because
has to
it-
hit the bigger batteries.
and so I mean it's probably about a third of an inch bigger, maybe a half inch bigger, and again because it has to accommodate the newer batteries. But other than that, it's really similar to the original mod.
Yes.
It's
The shape
basically
is the same,
absolutely.
and everything's good about it.
The button once you put the good spring in, at least, the buttons are the same.
Well, then depends on their
Yeah,
preference.
I mean, absolutely. So the spring that comes pre-installed in the Switch is perfectly functional, but in my opinion, it makes it just a little bit more like a generic mechanical mod button. And what makes the Trinity so special is that it has that what I would call more of like a competition button feel
Yeah.
when you install that second spring. It just really shortens up that throw. Now that I'm actually feeling both of them side by side, the original does have even shorter of a throw.
Yeah.
It's considerably shorter. The
Like
new one,
you can literally just tap the first one,
Yep.
just tap it, and it starts firing.
absolutely. Yeah, it's considerably different. Now that I'm looking at them, I thought at first when we first did it, it was the same, but it's definitely not.
I definitely I love both of them, but I do prefer the first one's button better. It's just way easier for me to fire it than this one's easy too, but it's just something about this button. I love this button.
Yeah, I mean, I think that both of them are very valid options if you're looking for a very high functioning, like high performance mechanical mod that doesn't break the bank. It begins and ends with Trinity. They make the best products for this price
Yes.
that are available. If you're looking for a tube mod that hits like a champ and doesn't cost $500, then this is it. I mean, you're gonna get this for under $200, and it's absolutely worth every penny that you're
Yes.
gonna spend on it.
The threads are seamless. Like
They're like
you
butter.
barely even hear anything when you're turning it.
They're so absolutely smooth. they're like butter smooth.
And the button was easy to take out, to put back in. There was no issues. It didn't, like, you know, some tube mods, when you take the button out, there it's like putting back, like doing surgery or something.
Defusing a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, like the broadside.
Oh,
when you
God,
took that button apart, it was like crazy to put it back together.
Mechanically, this is very simple. It's got one part
very
that
simple
moves,
to
which
clean.
is,
I can see it being very easy to clean.
Yep. It's hybrid, so there is no 510 pin or any kind of adjustment you have to do for the battery. It's just really well machined, so the batteries just fit correctly. The only part you have to worry about at all is the switch. And the switch has one spring, two pieces. It's two pieces of metal and one spring, and it just works.
That's going to make it so easy to, when you have to clean it, just to clean it so easy. And I think with the way, if they, I don't know if they polish it in the inside for low maintenance. Because I think Trinity, isn't Trinity's thing like a low maintenance kind of thing? They want everything to be like.
I don't know if that's what they're.
Or was that
about.
broadside? I don't know.
I don't know.
But either way, it's going to be like, even me, I'm not a professional when it comes to taking apart tube mods. It would be so easy for me to clean this for myself and not have to look up a YouTube video how to put the button back.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes some buttons are really complicated, especially if they have rubber bands and stuff like the broadside.
Or like a clutch style switches.
Yeah.
This is a very simple design. Yeah, magnets can be. I love magnetic switches, but they can also be very hard to maintain. So this is going to be really easy to maintain. The only thing so I do have a negative that compared to the original and this one, besides the switch, and that is the original. The original has a sleeve that goes inside of the mod. It's a little piece of plastic. It's perforated. It has holes along the side. But what it does is it keeps your battery from actually making physical contact with the sides of the inside of the mod. So if you have a rip in the battery wrap that you don't even know about, the cool thing about the original is that that's not even an issue, because even if you have a rip and you don't realize it, there's this little sleeve that's protecting it from actually making contact with the sides of the mod. The new one does not have that same protection.
I'm not sure why they did that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they didn't include that. I guess they figured people would use.
That's the first thing. Well, but if they're using it for what it's intended, which is the 2700s, there is no actual physical barrier between the battery and the sides of the mod, which I'm very disappointed with. And if I had to say that there's one thing that I really think they dropped the ball on, it's that. Because the original has a piece for the top and a piece for the bottom. This is not a thick, super expensive piece of plastic to produce. It is actually, it's not even that heavy duty at all. But
it gives you that safety.
It gives you that little extra bit of safety, and I really think that if anything,
they should
that's the one thing that they should have done differently.
Or maybe
they should have
provide them now.
Yeah, I mean, if moving forward, I mean, if you guys are watching this video, maybe even give us the option of buying them separately from your site or something. Yeah. I would feel so much better about using 2700s in this mod if I knew there was some kind of barrier between them.
Yes.
And there's a lot of mods that have just like stuff built in now, like kind of like a truck.
But that can mess with the voltage, right?
Yeah, and maybe that's why they didn't include it in this one. But I have to tell you,
it should be there for an option, because they had it in the first one, and I'd never seen any issues.
If anything, I think this one hits harder than the new one.
It doesn't cover the bottom, like where the metal touches. So I don't see why.
It doesn't. I mean, it goes to the bottom, but it has it's.
No, I've never seen like a voltage problem because of that.
No.
So I think they should. If the person didn't want to use it, they can always take it out. So I should have definitely had it in there for people that would rather have it there for that safety, because it does feel better when you have that in there.
Just knowing that the battery's not touching the sides makes me feel better.
Yeah.
And if their concern was voltage drop, I have to say, like we were saying earlier, I think this one actually hits harder than this one.
Yeah, it does.
Altogether, so
this is more,
obviously there was
more of like a competition.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit more like for everyone, right? Yeah. Like if you were looking to get into Trinity glass, I do recommend the 2700 Interceptor over this one in general. If you're just a regular user who's looking for a high-end tube mod, then get this one. It's a terrific mod, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I think this one, for my money, I prefer it a little bit more. Maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe it's because it was like our first Trinity mod that we had. But there's just something about this that I love.
And I think it has to do with the button.
It's the button, and also
because it just has that shorter throw, and it just hits really hard. It just
it's like immediate. It's like you just rub that button and it comes to life. So
there's no waiting. It's just boom. I don't know. It might be in our heads because we love that mod.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're both fantastic. I'm not talking like trash on this mod, because I'm very grateful that we have these mods.
I am great mods. So happy with this mod.
Yeah.
And I can't recommend it enough. Honestly, I think this is a absolutely fantastic mod.
You haven't used any other mods since you got it.
No,
right?
This has been my go-to mod. I mean, absolutely.
Usually, I would buy him mods, and I would get so mad because he'll still use like his older mods. I'm like, I just bought you a mod. You're not using it. Yes, I am. I'm using both. He's been using that, and I've been using this too. Besides my other mod. I
will say this. It's currently the Interceptor 2700 is my favorite tube mod that's available to buy on the market right now. I think it is the best value for what you're getting. I will say that another thing I can say.
It's the best mod out there right now. That's not like $1 billion.
Absolutely. And I think that, again, I think it's the best value for the money. And another thing is they do include this 18650 sleeve. And so if you're worried about battery safety, as far as having like a barrier between the walls of the mod and the batteries, you can use this really terrific sleeve that they provide and just use 18650 batteries.
If we had this and the Dreamer brand new, like the Dreamer just came out, I would definitely choose this one over the Dreamer.
Absolutely. No, there's no doubt. This is my favorite mod that's been released at this price point.
Material's better.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And it hits better. It's just it feels better in your hand. We were actually talking we thought that the Dreamer kind of stole the shape of Trinity.
Oh, for sure they did. I think that this is the mod to beat at this price. There's a few mods that are available that are very popular at this price, and the Trinity, in my opinion, is the best one out of the 3 or 4 that are at that price point.
Yes, definitely. Yep. And I think if anything was wrong with your mod, Trinity's one of the companies that have great customer service. Yep. You would never have a problem with if something is going on with your product that you purchased, if it was messed up or whatever, dirty, or maybe something was wrong with it. They would definitely talk to you and work things out.
Yep.
Their customer service is top notch, because they're not a big humongous company that don't care about people, which I've come across a couple of them kind of companies. And so you're getting the whole round goodness. You're not just getting a good mod, you're also getting great customer service with it.
And that's something that I haven't touched on, but it's something that's super important to me, at least, is that Trinity Glass Hardware is a company of people that I like and I respect. Now, regardless of the products that they produce, I like the company because I think they're good people. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's really hard with mods, especially with the vape products, to find a company that the actual creator of the product to follow with their warranty, and with if something's the warranty period is a lot. You get that warranty card, and most of the time it means crap. It's nothing. And I don't even think Trinity has a warranty card, but they will.
But you 100%. If you contact them and you have a problem, they will make it right by you.
Yes, and that says a lot for a lot of mod companies. That I thought when I first started vaping and I had something wrong with my mod, I was like, well, there's a warranty card in me. He's like, no.
It doesn't mean anything. I mean that there's something about buying a product from the United States. I think first off, it's not this isn't like a Chinese product where a warranty card is included but doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Even though they don't include a warranty card, because it's a U.S. company, you contact them, they're gonna take care of it.
Yeah. Because they don't want to mess up their reputation and who they are for what. Because they want to say, oh, they don't want to be bothered with one customer that has a problem. Cause
They do give a shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but they do. They care. And they're like the darlings of the industry. And Panda's right. Even if it was just purely for selfish reasons, they know that they have a really strong reputation in this community.
They have to keep
and
it.
they wouldn't mess it up for one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
For an easy fix.
Definitely.
And they're just nice people, period.
Nice people.
They're super nice people, so.
So I highly recommend the mod. I think if I had to score it, I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it a 4.9. I love it.
Do scores. I give it a Panda approved stamp.
I absolutely love this mod. 4.9. It's close to perfect.
I love it way better now that we changed the spring.
Yeah. No,
Because
100%.
I wasn't 100% happy before because of the long throw, but now that we found that spring and we've seen that it did something different, I'm 100% satisfied with this mod.
Yep.
It changed everything.
So if you're an established vapor who loves tube mods, grab one because
Yeah.
you're gonna love it. If you're someone who's like looking to get into tube mods, grab it because you're
Yes.
gonna love it. It's a good
Don't
starter
mess
mod.
with like the broadside and all them
No.
people say the good starter mods.
No,
Like,
this
they're
is the
headaches.
one. This is the one. This is the one to get.
Yes.
This is the best intro to mechanical mods that I think you can get.
It's going to last
get
you
right
a long time.
Yep.
Because we've had this one for like,
A couple years. Yeah.
well, now a couple years.
Yeah.
We've only been together for almost 2 years. But I had it for like a year.
Yeah.
And it's in fantastic shape. The buttons never gave us issues.
Yep.
We never had to like take it apart. And I don't even think you've
I don't
cleaned
think
it,
I've done
but
any maintenance to this mod
Yeah.
at all, and it hits just as hard today
Yeah,
as it
it's
did the day we
no
got it.
issues
Yeah.
at all.
Absolutely.
So they know what they're doing, and they do well with it.
If
So,
you hear scratching, it's our lizard.
yeah,
So don't worry.
he wants his mom's attention.
He's freaking out over there. No, I love the mod. I highly recommend it. But on top of that as well, Trinity Glass in general, their RDA. This is my favorite RDA. This is the RDA I use day in, day out on this mod and on every other mod that I use. It's good for squonking. It's good for everything. I just absolutely love this RDA. And their drip tips that they have, the Copa 810 drip tips, the glass ones, are fantastic. Their glass top caps are
And they
fantastic.
have some new caps that are out that are amazing. I love like the I don't know the names of them because they're new, but the swirl one. That's
Oh
new.
yeah.
It's they're all the same, but it's just a different look.
I actually really like that swirl one, except for it's one of the bullet type.
Yeah, it's kind of.
So they have several different types of glass caps, and we've actually done videos on all this. You can check out our channels
They
for
have
those.
like the bullet, the competition.
But like the actual ones that like have the little drip tip built into it, those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Those are my absolute favorite.
Yeah. Like the one I have, oh my goodness, it has the black top.
I like the ones with the black.
Yeah,
top.
it's like
Yeah.
a little hat on.
A little top. He's wearing a little top hat.
Yeah.
I
They're
love those ones.
They're so pretty. Their caps are so pretty. I think they make your mod look aesthetically like pleasing to the eye, like beautiful.
Yep.
They just changed the whole look to your mod.
It's
and
so
I love
classy,
it. Yeah.
and they're actually so well priced. They're not
No.
expensive for what you're getting. I've broken so many of them because I'm a klutz, but they're actually really robust and they're pretty thick, and you have to really try to break them.
And they fit, like one will fit like 3 different RDAs.
I mean, just by chance, they're not supposed to do that, of course, but like some
Well,
RDAs
they'll tell
have
you,
this.
like, well, they'll give you different O-rings or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
some of them do on purpose to fit more than one RDA, but I've actually also
They have
found.
to be like similar RDAs.
Yeah, I've actually found that some of the ones, like the one that's, I forget the RDA, but it fits that RDA, but it also fits the Trinity RDA, and it fits another RDA as well. So if you like play around with them, and don't try to force it, of course, but you can
Well,
find
then
that
also
they'll work with a bunch.
when packet, it'll tell you what RDAs it
No,
is
but there
supposed
are
to fit.
but there are some also that aren't on the packet
Oh, okay.
that will fit, that I've found for mine at least.
And
that
it
fit.
just, I don't know how it is, but they give the amazing cleanest flavor ever.
Something about glass.
Yeah, and it's their airflow, something with that cut, how they do it. These just are fantastic.
It'll turn a crap RDA into the best RDA in your
Yeah.
arsenal. And you know what? For me personally, I like the glass top caps, but I love the stock US One RDA itself that comes with these the top caps that they make, the metal
Yeah.
ones. But especially if you want the best of both worlds, the metal ones that are the ones that are for the US One, like that she has, the half metal, half glass.
Yeah.
That gives you this really, to me, that's the best experience from Trinity RDA at least, because you get that nice mouthfeel from the glass and this really clean flavor,
Yeah.
but a really
Now,
robust bottom.
Can leak these ones.
Yeah, they will.
Because they're not cut like the glass ones.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to be me to leak, because I'm just like, I'll just strip and just go going like this with my mod. Not an hour and we live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you didn't just strip and you're not like moving it around all over, it's not gonna leak.
When she was changing the spring in her switch, she just had it.
I just don't pay attention, and I'll just have
She's
my
just
mod all over the
the
place.
liquid out. Yeah.
But you have to actually try to get it to leak. But the glass ones, they do not leak. I've never had.
In our experience, at least, we have seen these things be really anti-leaking.
Yeah, and I'm a person that leaks all the time.
She's a leaker,
I'm a
folks.
leaker.
She's a leaker. So we just want to say that we're just huge fans of Trinity,
Yeah.
and if you couldn't tell by now, we've done like 5 videos about Trinity products. But that's just because honestly, not only are we huge fans, but we really think that you are going to enjoy these products as well, and you're really going to do yourself a favor if you buy one of these.
I hate like promoting a company that I don't believe in. Like if I don't believe in a company, I'll do like their e-liquid reviews, whatever. But I'm not gonna keep working with a company I think is garbage. I'm just not gonna do that. Especially if everything I have from them, I don't want to review because it's gonna be a bad review. Trinity is like, I'm like their #1 like fangirl. Like I love them. I love promoting them. They're a great company. I like what they stand for. They make fantastic products, and they make vaping better. Like they make vaping enjoyable and classy and beautiful. And I love everything about them. And if I like believing them, so I definitely enjoy promoting their company and their products.
And if you go,
I look at my videos. I'm always having their caps on all my mods.
if you look at my Instagram, just recently I posted a couple pictures of like some of the products that we have, and I have like stacks of their top caps and their RDAs.
Yeah.
Because I just love their products, and you know, if you don't want to take our word for it, go look around in the community, like especially Instagram. Everyone loves Trinity, and it's not just us.
Go look at YouTube on reviews.
Yeah, people who know Trinity love Trinity, and the only people who don't enjoy Trinity products just haven't had Trinity products, and that's it. I've never seen someone get a Trinity product and be like, I don't really care for it.
It's nothing. It's no thing.
It's just, this is the kind of stuff, this is what makes vaping enjoyable, is having products that just function at such a high level and for such a great value.
And consistent. They're very consistent, which I love. Like, you're not going to buy 3 different caps and have 3 different flavors. Like, one have a trashy flavor. They all have, like, amazing, the same flavor, amazing. They're all amazing. And I love the consistency of them. And even, like, the non-glass caps, their flavors are so good. I don't know how they do it even with these. I can understand the glass.
Are so amazing.
Yeah, they just know what they're doing.
They really do.
And they're sticking to it. They're not changing what's good already.
The RDA itself, it's the deck is really good. It's easy to build on.
I love the deck.
It's a 2-post deck. I love it.
It's got room.
It's got tons of room.
Yeah, so you don't have to like jam your coils in there.
Yeah, it's really easy to build on. And you know what? And also, instead of changing the RDA itself, what they've done to kind of switch things up recently is you can get top caps in a variety of colors for the US One itself.
Yes.
They have purple, blue, green, red.
And different drip tips. They have different shapes now. They have like a slender type kind, so you can change the color of your drip tip with your
So the
cap.
Copa 810 drip tips, the glass ones, it's glass. The actual mouthpiece is glass, and then it fits into a little metal piece. And the metal piece you can get to match all the top caps. Like they have a blue one, a red one, so you can match up your metal top cap. Say if you have a blue one, You can get a blue 810 Copa trip tip, throw on here as well, and matchy all the way through. So it's just great.
They have everything.
They have everything. One of my favorite companies of all time when it comes to vaping, absolutely love it. And the new Interceptor 2700 mod gets a big recommendation from us.
And
here.
they have a huge list of RDAs that their top caps fit on, so that's
Absolutely.
awesome too.
Yep.
So I think they even have like really old RDAs.
They have,
They-
go on and look.
They have a huge list.
They have a huge
of
list
RDAs.
and stuff. Yeah,
So, yeah, I
anything that's
definitely-
super popular, they probably have a top.
I definitely recommend them, and I love their mod, and I feel very grateful to have it in my possession. Mine.
Absolutely. We don't have to share this other one anymore. All right, so thank you guys so much. Thank you to Trinity Glass
Thank you,
for being
Trinity.
amazing. And thank you guys for watching. And the new 2700 gets a big recommendation. Go buy one.
Yes.
You're going to enjoy it. Until next time, we'll see ya. Have a good one. Peace out. Keep it close, tight.
Bye.